Hello, my collective. Elsie here to do a reading for you. Just thought I'd come here and drop a reading. How are you? I hope you are well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you so much. And I think that we're going to do something with the Wisdom of the Oracle today. We'll just pull some cards and see what sort of energies that we can clarify from these cards to see what's coming up. This is just a reading that I like to do to help you sort of stretch your intuitive muscle. So I'm going to call out the signs and symbols as we have them here, and you'll be able to tell if that's your reading or you're not, based on, whether it resonates or not. So let's start with the Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, so before we throw the cards, I just want to bring your attention to this beautiful bracelet. Now, I'm not selling this. I don't make any money off of this. I just want to let you know that there is a link in the description. This particular one is Moonstone. Now, the reason that I'm showing you this is because these bracelets that are purchased are raising money for a family that is very dear to my heart, someone who is like my sister in the real life here around me. So I know it's legit. Her daughter is 4 and Olivia has cancer. So the family has incurred, although in Canada the most of the treatments are covered, they are experiencing out of pockets for staying at hospitals, going to other cities for treatments for months at a time and things like that. So when you purchase one of these bracelets from Trisha, she is giving 30% to children's cancer care, and the rest of it is going towards helping their family in their time of financial needs. So I've left a link down below. Should you have the means, I'm not telling you to buy it, but I'm saying should you have the means and you can manage to, get a beautiful piece of jewelry and also help this family who is in a terrible time in their life, that I'd be grateful forever. Thank you so much for listening to all of that. And I'm sure that Trisha and her family would be really grateful as well. This person who is Olivia's mom, she is the person who sent me on my awakening journey. She is a Reiki master. She also has her own website, which is called My Awakening Journey, which is where you'll buy this type of bracelet. There's thousands of different kinds there, or maybe hundreds, maybe. But they're so beautiful. And so if you would like to purchase one, please go to the link. I don't get any money. I don't want any money from this. I'm just really trying to help a family in need that I love very much. All right. So there we go. The link is down below. It's called My Awakening Journey. It's a legit website, I can tell you. Then I purchased this through her website. I got it in no time. All right, here we go. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, who, right? It could be you, right? It could be you. And so we are not talking about any specific sign here, right? We're talking about all the signs. All right, here we go. Here we go. Tell me about the collective, please. What do we need to know? All right. We have chaos and conflict on your mind. Look at that. Right at the top of your mind here. I feel like someone is about to break the mold, is what I want to say. Someone is about to do something, go on a path that people don't expect. I think someone is about to show everyone exactly who they are. And you're dropping the old you. I think that you're dropping whatever it was that you were pretending to be, because you can see that this is not a horse. It's in fact a zebra, and someone didn't want to show their stripes because I feel like the chaos was keeping them. Maybe they lived among horses and you had to blend in. And so if you're not a horse, we don't want you around, right? But this person has actually realized that they are a zebra. Yeah, they need to get on the path of a zebra and be okay with it. I feel like somebody's about to speak up about who they really are. And that means I feel like when you do that, you're deciding to shut down the chaos and the conflict because you go into think mode here. I think you're poised to tell people what's up. I think you're about to learn to speak your truth, because that's what the blue is about. It's the throat chakra, right? It's about saying what's on your mind. And it's almost like here, it's like you're revving up. Green is about the heart chakra. It's like, I need to speak what's on my heart. I need to say the things that I need to say. And I think that probably very soon you have decided to speak up so you can get out of the chaos and the conflict, because the chaos has been trying to be someone that you're not, or trying to fit in with a group that you know that you don't fit into. That's what it feels like. You know you don't fit into this group. She doesn't look all that happy though. And you know, the thing is this, is that when you decide that you are going to go to your next vibration, when you decide that you're going to do that and you're going to live authentically and be who you are and be honest with people and allow people to leave your life if they don't like who you are in your honest, authentic self, I think it's going to leave you lonely for a bit. And that is the deal, y'all. It's the truth. You are going to be lonely for a bit because you are outgrowing, outstepping. It's like you're shedding a skin and you're stepping out of who everyone else wanted you to be. You've been thinking about it. I think going into the future, oh, look at that. We got 3s and 4s. I just did a reading today. Who is it for? 3s and 4s. It might have been Scorpio. Yeah, it might have been Scorpio. Could have been. Anyways, I could be wrong as well. Okay, so we've got card number 48, Poised. I feel like your gut is telling you, oh, by the way, windows open, you're going to hear road noise. Sorry, not sorry, it's beautiful out. We have card number 48, which is breaks down to a 12. Poised, it means that in your gut, you know that it's time to go. We come into this reading, it's like you know that it's time. It's in your gut. Intuitively, you know that it's time. You got to just show people who you are and allow them to drop away if they want to. It is going to be, it's going to be a lonely time for you. But I'm telling you that putting this kind of work into your life is going to end up with you being so happy in the future. Because this here is self-confidence. It's self-confidence to be who you want to be, who you really are, and allow the people who like you to do that with you. I feel like you're seeing 3s and 4s, and if you are, there might be something in this reading for you. 4 and 8 is 12, and 1 and 2 is 3, so we could be speaking about someone being poised for some type of partnership, or yeah, it's like, okay, I just heard Donna Summer, I'm coming out, I want the world to know, I'm going to let it show. Yeah, I think that you are. And you could be literally coming out. Like maybe you just haven't told anybody what your lifestyle is or who you love or who your preference is to love. Maybe that's it. But for others of you, it's like we all go out into society and try to blend in. We try and buy the things that other people buy. Why do we make the same TikToks that everyone else has made? It's like everybody is so concerned with not fitting in that they just keep duplicating. And I think that you're just going to stop it. I think you're going to stop duplicating it. Yeah, you've decided that you're going to be you. You got to be you. We've got orphaned, and I think that's why we're seeing orphaned, because it can get very lonely. When you decide to make this big decision here in your life, it can get very, very lonely. In the interim, you're going to learn a lot. And that's the truth. You're going to learn lots. All right. Tell me about Poised. What are we poised for here? I always see it's like somebody, I'm watching, who is she? Oh, I don't even know her name. It's an athlete. She's African American and she's on a knee at the starting gate. She's a runner. Oh, I think she just passed. Oh, I think that's her. Oh, I just got head to toe chills. Okay, because I just think I saw something come through. Okay, that's why I saw something come through YouTube about her. Oh, sweet girl. Okay, so I feel like somebody's poised, waiting for the gun to go off, waiting to start the race. That's what it feels like poised is here. Somebody is headed in the right direction, and I'm poised to just tell everybody, look, this is who I am, take it or leave it. Yeah. It's not going to feel good right away. I'm just telling you. Change never feels great right away. You got to get used to it. It's like a cha-cha. You got to keep running at it, right? It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. 5 steps forward, 1 step back. It's not a straight line. It's not linear. It's the cha-cha, people. Thought I had my deck upside down. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man energy that's in the reverse. We have the 8 of Wands in the reverse, and we have the King of Wands in the reverse. So poised, right? This is the king that takes action. Somebody has a fire in their heart and wants to move forward with their passions, the thing that they're passionate about. Someone has had A realization. That's who the Hanged Man in the reverse is to me. That's Piscean energy. We've also got Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy here. The King of Wands is Leo. But we have Piscean energy here. So it's almost as if someone is waiting intuitively. I feel like someone's already had some sort of a revelation, an idea that they do want to move forward with the thing that they're passionate about. I think what you're passionate about is being you. Yeah, being yourself. I absolutely love that. I adore it. And I think that you want to be seen by people now. It's okay to be seen by people as a zebra in a group full of horses. It's okay for you to be a zebra, right? You just got to be a confident zebra. And the King of Wands is that. The King of Wands is confident, holds themselves up. They're very attractive because they're authentic and they don't care what you think. The King of Wands is forged through fire, someone who's been through a lot of stuff in the past. And that's the reason this is the King of Wands. They know how to move quickly, impulsively. They also know how to go after their dreams and their passions. They know how to take action on the things that they want. Now, we do have an 8 of Wands that's shown up in the reverse here behind the King of Wands. And it tells me that whatever this is here, you're keeping it quiet. You're poised for change. You're poised to move forward, to take action on something that you've had a revelation on, but you're not telling anybody. I feel like you're keeping it quiet. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, we have 9 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. I want to say that maybe you're very busy working. We've got the 3 of Pentacles as well. I think that you're very busy working on projects. You're probably someone who's very focused on your pentacle life, your money, how things, being dependable for others, being generous, being very... very grounded. Yeah. But I want to say that you're going to get some type of an invitation in the very near future here. I think you're going to do it. I think it's going to give you indecision, but I think it's going to lead to your 10 of Cups. So I'm going to say that if you do get an invitation of some kind, whoever you are, that I think that you should take that invitation, no matter how big or small. And I think it's going to lead you to good places. It's going to lead you to the 10 of Cups, whether that's with a person or whether that's just general overall apex of happiness, because this is a huge change, man. It doesn't matter. Like, this could be someone who's literally coming out and telling their family that this is who I love. But this is, the chaos and the conflict that you experience, no matter who you are, by being someone that you are not, trying to be, a wife to the husband and a corporate person in the boardroom and a mother and a father. And, it's trying to wear all the hats at the same time. But you're like, no, I can't keep up. I got to be who I am. It's too chaotic, being everything that everyone else wants me to be. The Page of Pentacles, there we go. This is unfolding right here, right? This Page of Pentacles, this is something that is materializing in the 3D, something that you're willing to put the work on in, and I love it because I think that the horse turning into a zebra is you. I think that you're willing to put the work in on the self, and you're willing to shut down this chaos and conflict by materializing your authenticity. I love it. It's great. Love it, love it. It's taken you a long ass time to get there, for sure, to show people who you are. I keep doing this because I keep seeing a lotus flower, a lotus flower that's opening right now. The lotus flower grows only in the mud, right? In the worst of conditions, cold mud is this beautiful flower, this lotus flower. So I feel like it's taken you a long time to get here, but I think you're about to tell people what's up. They're not going to know what's coming at them, because I feel like you're just done with it. You're done with trying to be everything that everyone else wants you to be. You've been trying to move at this slowly. Maybe you're dropping little pearls of wisdom with people about, the way that maybe you've had the slow, it feels like a slow change or a slow healing that's brought you here. And maybe this is why you've been moving so slow, because Temperance is here as well. That tells me that this has been going at a very slow, even pace. I've been looking over myself. Virgo is the Knight of Pentacles, right? So I've been looking over myself, reassessing, going over the details of me, and I think you've been going over it very slowly. And I think what you're realizing in this Temperance energy is that it is so chaotic to live there, to try and put your horse suit on every day and go out amongst the acids, right? It's really tough to do that. It's way easier to deal with when you can build your own boundaries and know who you are. And if people don't like your boundaries, then it is what it is. You will find your people. The people will find you. You'll find a new group of people. Tell me about the thinker. What are we thinking about here? You're probably seeing 3s and 4s, as I was saying. 3, 3, 4, 4, both of them. We have the 7 of Wands, thinker. You're trying to change your mind about something, but you're kind of, it's like it's a point you don't want to move away from. Tell me this. What is the 7 of Wands, please? 5 of Wands. You're trying to make a decision about something that you've been in indecision about. What is that? It's about healing, possibly. You know what? I don't think that you care if people are going to drop out of your life. I don't think you care. Nope. I think you know that I think what you're thinking about here is the 7 of Wands. Why would I want to spend my time jumping to my own defense, trying to be defensive with people, trying to hide behind this horse outfit? Why this horse costume? Why am I wearing it anyway? It's making me feel bad. It's making me feel in indecision. It doesn't make me feel like I think this is all the things that you're thinking. It doesn't make me feel good. I need to heal from that, because that's what's going to make me feel good. And what's going to make me feel good is to have justice and have balance in my life. I think when people start dropping out of your life, I don't think you're going to be all that sad about it, to be honest. We've got some regret going on in the past, for sure. Looking at the past, maybe having some regret. The 5 of Swords is, maybe I was really hard on some people in the past, but gosh, aren't we all? When we don't know who we are, that's the hardest time. The 5 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. You've had growth here. I think that maybe you spoke intensely or with a forked tongue, or maybe you were very cynical, or said things that kind of maybe were upsetting to people around you or to yourself. But the 7 of Pentacles tells me that you've grown from that. In the future, you've grown from that. Yeah, you've ended cycles that you didn't think you would end. If you're having financial issues right now, I want you to know that those are about to come to an end as well. The World card is here, so you're going to have a really big change in something. All right. What else do we need to know, please? For the collective. Possibility, mountains, and resilience. We were just talking about the lotus flower, right? Which is quite resilient, growing in the mud, but also succulents, right? The succulents are like aloe vera plants and, those spongy ones, right? It's hard to kill a succulent. I feel like you are, that you're resilient. Yeah, it really feels like you spent a lot of time being who everyone else wanted you to be, being codependent and not realizing it. I feel like this is really in the present moment here. I don't know when this is going to happen for you. It can be anywhere 3 months to 3 years. But I feel like that there were obstacles that you are leaping those obstacles. And those obstacles are becoming achievements, because they can be obstacles and achievements as they show up in the tarot, for sure. But I feel like these obstacles have been really hard for you to get over. And that's why you've had, I think they're obstacles of the mind, if I'm being honest, because of the blue, or maybe you just didn't speak up. That could be, a little bit of purple, a little bit of blue, maybe third eye, maybe throat chakra, maybe you were not quite clear. I feel like you're feeling far more balanced once you come into yourself here. And I feel like there is going to be additional obstacles. Don't get it twisted. There's going to be all kinds of obstacles. And that's why we're constantly transforming, right? To try and be the most authentic person that we can be. I think that's what you're trying. We have possibility. And so I feel as we have this energy of being poised and having this moment of clarity here, the Hanged Man in the reverse, having figured it out but not really saying anything, that that you're gonna be passionate. I think that for some of you might want to travel, but that there might be a possibility to travel for you coming up for some of you. Yeah, I think that that you're the resilient one. Some of you might be having a relationship that's coming up here. I'm telling you that this is going to change your life. Being honest with yourself and not being scared to lose people, friends, lovers, whatever. Putting yourself on the front burner instead of being on the back burner and deciding who you're going to be you. And if those people want to stay with you, that they can, that is so amazing. I think you're so amazing. Oh, that's a song. George Michael, amazing. All right, Crystal, achievements, and we've got personal power. There it is, personal power and love. You're starting to love the self. Oh, I love it. You're starting to love yourself, your ancestry. You're figuring out who you really are. Maybe you never really looked into your ancestry before. You know, I have friends who sent away for ancestry, and when it came back, you know, they didn't realize that their ancestry was as it is, because it had been handed down from generation to generation. And you know, in some countries it wasn't cool to be an immigrant, so some people just they did this. They just built themselves a good horse costume and tried to pretend to fit in. And I think that you are the one who is going to show the rest of your posterity that you need to be who you need to be. There's no reason for you not to be that person. And sometimes it's not easy. No. Sometimes it's going to cause people to want to persecute you. But there is no way that you should ever stifle who you are. I think that right now, going from here into the present moment, I don't think that as you're poised and you're ready to pull off this costume here and be who you are, be the beautiful zebra that you are, I think that things are moving slowly to this position. So you might be the one who's poised right now. Yeah. You might be the one who knows that there's a fire here, knows that there's a fire in the heart, and I need to be who I got to be. Tell me about the chaos and the conflict, please. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands. Yep, I think it's all about how you talk to yourself, to be honest. We've got the Eight of Wands and the Three of Wands. I think that once you make this decision, once you either come out or tell people who you are, or decide that you're not gonna engage in people's bullshit anymore. You're just gonna call a spade, and if people don't like that, that's too bad. It's going to create some obstacles. Absolutely it is. But you know what? You can sleep way better at night knowing that you're telling the truth and being honest with people. You don't got to be mean. Nope, you don't. You don't have to be mean at all. But I think that your ships are coming in. And what is the ships that are coming in? It's the Eight of Wands. I feel like things are about to move quicker for you now. Now that you've made this decision, the Four of Pentacles is here. I feel like you've been cutting yourself off from people because you didn't want to get hurt. You didn't want to be seen. You were kind of holding it under the surface. The Four of Pentacles is not sharing anything, not sharing love, not sharing anything. And, you know, Brene Brown says, you know, we put on these tin costumes and we walk around because we don't want to get hurt. You know, we put on our protection, we put on our armor, and we walk around like these people in armor. But yeah, nothing can hurt us, but also nothing can get out. We can't share, we can't love. So I think that you're going from the Four of Pentacles, being quiet, not saying anything, and I think you're just gonna Eight of Wands, let the freak flag fly. And I mean, it's not anything freaky. It's like just being normal. I think that we're in a society where everybody's a horse, that they look at zebras like they're crazy. They look at zebras like they're out of their minds because they want to be different than everybody else. They don't want to part their hair down the middle. They don't want to wear the makeup from Sephora. You know what I mean? Like, they just want to be their own person. They're not really into following the crowd anymore. What are the obstacles here for the collective, please? I feel like your biggest obstacle here is feeling as though you're ready enough, because the Queen of Pentacles is showing up in the reverse, which means that I see this as a reader as Queen of Pentacles being in the reverse is someone who is working on themselves, someone who is pulling everything inward and working on themselves. And I think that this is what you're doing right now. The Two of Cups is here and the Two of Swords. It's in preparation of maybe going out there, putting yourself out there, deciding that you're going to date. I think the obstacle is that you feel not ready. You don't feel your worth right now. And that's going to happen when you start taking off whatever's on the outside to show everybody what's on the inside. You're going to feel exactly like that, exposed, bare, vulnerable. You're going to feel like, the white underbelly is showing and anybody could attack it. That's what it feels like, for sure. And it doesn't even have to be a big lifestyle change. It could just be somebody that I'm connecting with that is saying, I'm done with you. I'm done with you treating me like shit. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to allow it. Tell me what the thinker is thinking, please. What is the thinker thinking? Well, the King of Swords showed up, for sure. You know what I think the thinker is thinking? Wow, that's a lot of thinking words. We've got the King of Swords, we've got the Seven of Wands, and we've got the Moon. So the thinker is having a hard time changing their mind. I feel like once you get over this showing people who you really are, I feel like the thinker is now worried about what people are thinking about them. Yeah, because the King of Swords is here, and so is the Seven of Wands, and Seven of Wands is standing on a point, or jumping to my own rescue, or explaining myself all the time. I think you're worried because you don't know what's coming up, and that's normal. You don't know what's coming up here. By the way, in terms of signs here, we do have Pisces and Cancer. We do have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I also have Libra here. We have Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. The Queen has come up here in the reverse, and she is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? Oh, we also have Pisces, which is the Hanged Man. Tell me about this possibility. I think that you've come to the realization that you just need to really work harder on your balance, that you need to come out from behind the fear wall. That I think that you've been very brave up to here, and it's time for you to drop the fear. I think the 9 is at the point at which you can drop these burdens already. The 10 is the end of the cycle. So you can drop these burdens and come out from behind the fear wall. You've been very brave up to here, and I think that you're about to get a lot more balance than you think you are. I think you're going to work really hard on it as well. You're going to work really hard on being justified or getting your justice from stepping out from behind this fear wall here. Tell me about your resilience. There we go. Resilience to love again. And that's really beautiful. Because I think you're going through so many changes, collective. I think you're going through so many changes, so many things that you're thinking about. You're used to having to explain yourself or jump to your own defense or be defensive about who you were. And I think you're dropping all of that. The thing is, it gets easier, I feel. The moon energy is scary. It's dark. You might have to deal with some shadow work, I'm just saying. But and it might be part of your thoughts, right? It might be the thoughts that you're working on. You might be really stuck in your mind, stuck up in your head about holding your ground. Maybe you don't really have to hold your ground all the time. Maybe that's what's in the moon energy, right? What needs to be released. So I feel like the resilience here is that you find the resilience to love again. Yeah. And the Lovers is here. It is a choice. The Knight of Wands is here. There is lots of passion. There is great attraction. Maybe some things that are going to begin to move very quickly. Make sure that you stay in balance. I feel that in this resilience that you know how to heal. Yeah. I think you're an expert at healing. If you are this person who's been living in this energy for a long time and wanting to come out or show people who you really are, the authentic you, I think that you're going to do it here going into the future. Yeah, for sure. Beautiful, beautiful reading. I love it. Tell me about some advice, please, for the collective. There we go. All right, celebration. You know what? You're going to find your tribe. I'm telling you, just by being authentically you, you're going to find your tribe. They're going to communicate with you. There's no more deception here. It's like celebration is over. The deception is over and celebration moves in. No more deception and fear here, I feel. It's just passions, activation of energy and expansion from here. It's really beautiful. And the thing is that it's going to be hard change. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. Change is hard. Being yourself is hard. Being authentic is hard. It's going to be lonely AF for a long time. Maybe not a long time, but I think you're making so many great changes here. It's really, really beautiful. Passion, energy activation, and expansion. It's like I now have the passion in my heart again. There it is, the King of Wands. I now have the passion in my heart again to be happy. Yep. And the energy activation is like getting into really who you are, the nuts and bolts of who you are, and there will be expansion. You'll be able to pursue bigger and greater endeavors, because when you do that all from a place of authenticity, no one can stop you. No one can. No one can stop you after the awakening. It's true. After you realize that the awakening is happiness, then you're going to be all about it. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for clicking here. Again, once again, if you want to support cancer bracelets for Olivia, 4-year-old friend who has cancer. I know this family very well. They're in my city. And if you want to purchase a bracelet, please look down below for the link, My Awakening Journey, and you'll be able to purchase directly off their website. I'm going to go for now. And by the way, I'm not making any money off of this. I just want good for this family. I love you guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.